After 24 long years, we're finally returning to Vice City. GTA 6 is set to be one of the biggest games of our entire lifetimes, and one of its selling points is that it's set in Vice City. So what makes it so special? Why are Rockstar hammering down on this point? Well, to answer that, we have to go all the way back to 2002. Most of you weren't even born yet. I was 2 years old. This is where we were introduced to Tommy Vercetti, a staple protagonist in the entire GTA series. Today, I'm going to tell you his story, how he was arrested, how he spent 11 years in prison, and took over an entire city's drug trade. This is the story of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The year is 1986. The Forelli crime family is one of the most powerful gangs in all of Liberty City, led by Sonny Forelli. Our story begins in St. Mark's Bistro, where Sonny is discussing Tommy Vercetti, who just got out of prison. Tommy is a known killer in Liberty City. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows that he's a crazy person. You know, you can't have him roaming around. He's freaking nuts, man. He's a psychopath. So that's when Sonny decides, okay, we can't have him hanging around Liberty City. It's bad for business. Here's what we'll do. We'll send him off to Vice City. That, first of all, gets him off our backs. Second of all, we give him a bit of money, tell him to go and buy a few drugs, and then start a drug trade. So then they're able to expand their territory. And once Tommy has grown it, they'll pay him a visit. And once he's grown the business in Vice City, expanded the territory, they're going to come and take him out. So off he goes to Vice City with two family members, Harry and Lee. They meet up with a man named Ken Rosenberg. He is one of the Forelli's contacts in Vice City. The Vance brothers fly in a helicopter with the drugs. Just before they're about to make the deal, they're ambushed. Harry and Lee are killed instantly, while Tommy and Ken get away. One of the Lance brothers is also killed. The other gets away in a helicopter. The drugs and the money are left behind. Sonny is absolutely furious, of course. You know, he didn't get the drugs and he lost all the money.
Look, Sonny, we were set up. The deal was an ambush. Harry and Lee are dead.
You better be kidding me, Tommy! Tell me you still got the money.
No, Sonny. I don't have the money.
That was my money, Tommy! My money!
He tells Tommy, you need to sort this out yourself. If you were anyone else, I would have killed you already. Tommy and Ken are shitting themselves at this point, especially Ken. Tommy's bought them a bit of time, but they need to sort this out now. Ken has been in Vice City for a long time, so he knows a lot of people. He tells Tommy to visit a man named Colonel Juan Garcia Cortez, because he actually helped to set up the deal. This is where we meet most of the characters in the story. The Colonel is having a boat party and all of the main characters are on this boat. And let's be clear now, Tommy doesn't want to meet anyone. Like, he doesn't want to be mingling or anything like that. He has no choice. He needs to get a lead on who set up the ambush, who took the drugs, and who took the money, or else the Forelli family are going to come and kill him. Here we meet Cortez's daughter, Mercedes. She shows us around, shows us some of the big characters. She mentions Ricardo Diaz. He's the head of the Colombian cartel. Avery Carrington, who's in real estate, with his trainee Donald Love, who is in Grand Theft Auto 3, and Ken Paul, a man who knows things. Getting this kind of information, Tommy guns for Ken Paul. He finds out that a chef on Ocean Drive is selling drugs out of his kitchen. Now, this might seem very random. You might be thinking, like, what does this have to do with the story? Like, a random chef selling drugs have nothing to do with it. You have to put yourself in Tommy's shoes. He has no information at all. He doesn't know Vice City at all. He needs to find out who took the drugs. So he's thinking, okay, this man is selling drugs. That's one step closer in some sort of way. So that's what's happening here. After getting that information, what does Tommy do? Do you think he talks to the chef or negotiates with the chef for a bit of information? No. Tommy actually beats the chef to death and steals his phone. While that happens, you meet a man named Lance Vance. He was the Vance brother that got away in the helicopter at the drug deal. So you both have the same target. Lance wants revenge for his brother, and you need to get the drugs back. So you form an alliance. Tommy's a bit hesitant at first, but they work together anyway. Tommy gets a phone call. Doesn't really mean much, but someone mentioned the name Diaz.
Hey, Leo, I think we got a buyer for Diaz's merchandise. Gotta give him a ring, man. Set up the deal, you know?
Leading Tommy to believe he was the one that set up the ambush. While Cortez kind of helps you and sorts this out, you do a few errands for Avery Carrington. He's a property developer who offers to protect Tommy from any threats to his organization. It's a very minor thing. Let's just get back to Cortez. Cortez informs you of Ricardo Diaz's right man, Gonzalez. He finds out that Gonzalez is the one who told Diaz about the drug deal. So he technically didn't cause the drug deal, but he told the leader of the Colombian cartel that this is going down. So he played a huge part in this ambush. Tommy is licking his lips. He's got the lead on the botched deal. He, of course, murders Gonzalez. So now he has a lead, but he can't go directly for Diaz. He's the head of the Colombian cartel. He'll be killed instantly if he goes after him right now. So Tommy comes up with a plan to kind of just build his trust. You do a couple of more errands for Cortez. He's really good with getting you information, so it helps Tommy a lot. But the side missions and the errands you run for him are really freaking random. He has this beef with the French Special Forces. You steal a couple of missile chips off them and they get really pissed off. Basically just fighting Frenchmen this entire time. But anyway, after nearly being killed by the French Special Forces, Cortez asks for another favor. But this one will actually help Tommy a lot. He asks him to watch over a drug deal involving Diaz and the Cubans. Lance helps too. Like every other drug deal in Vice City, it's ambushed by the Haitians. The Cubans and the Haitians are at war with each other. You need to remember that for this story. Anyway, you save Diaz. Diaz now wants Tommy to work for him because he did such a good job. Happy freaking days for Tommy. He is now in with Diaz, and now you get to work. One of the very first missions you do is you tail someone who stole from Diaz. Once you figure out who stole from Diaz, you actually go in all guns blazing and you kill the entire gang who stole from him. While doing this mission though, Lance tells you that he's suspicious of Diaz and he thinks he set up the ambush.
What are you doing here?
Hey, I've been asking around. It's obvious that Diaz jumped the deal and iced my brother.
And he'll kill you too.
I can take Diaz.
No, listen to me. I'll handle Diaz. He's beginning to trust me.
Tommy tells Lance to chill out, alright? He tells him exactly what he's already been thinking. We know it's him, but we can't just go in all guns blazing. We'll be killed instantly. So just chill out, build up trust first, and it'll be okay. Cortez, after being really useful for Tommy, tells him, he says, look, I actually think Diaz set up the deal. So that just really reinforces it for Tommy. After doing a few more jobs for Diaz, Ken Paul tells you that Lance actually tried to kill Diaz himself.
You know that wanker Diaz, the Bugelmeister? He's got your boy Lance. Word is your mate tried to jump him. Didn't jump high enough, if you know what I mean.
He failed, of course. He's tied up in a junkyard being tortured. Of course, Tommy saves the day and sends Lance to the hospital. But now they're fucked. Diaz now knows that Tommy is out to get him. The thing that Tommy was trying to avoid, he has to do now. He has to storm the base himself and take Diaz out. That means he has to fight through the entire Colombian cartel to get to him. Now, another thing you need to remember, Tommy is a marksman. He is a stone cold killer. He actually got the nickname of the Harwood Butcher. This is because of the 11 men he killed back in Liberty City.
How many was it? 10? No, 11 men. That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man!
So storming a mansion full of cartel men is absolutely no issue for him. After mowing down the Colombian cartel, you finally get to Diaz and you kill him. The man that caused the ambush is now dead. And now Tommy takes over his turf. He's got Avery to help out with property. He's got a shit ton of money now. He takes over the Colombians' drug business. Of course, Sonny Forelli gets wind of this. And he basically tells Tommy, look, I know what you're doing. I'm watching you. You're not out of this yet.
Been busy trying to sort things out. You didn't give me a lot of support down here, Sonny.
Oh, my fault, is it? Well, I've heard you've been busy, all right. Busy killing drug barons. Busy taking over. Don't forget about us, Tommy. Because I can assure you, I ain't forgotten about you.
So after you take over Diaz's mansion, the story kind of opens up. It isn't just a straightforward linear story. You can go down whatever path you want because you can go out and buy different properties. Throughout the rest of the game, you're just trying to buy property and you're trying to get control over the drug trade. You start with the Cuban gang. You help them fight the Haitians. You start with stealing vans full of drugs. And the end mission has you blowing up an entire Haitian drug factory. Now, don't forget, Tommy doesn't give a shit about loyalty. All he wants is power. He's got a sniff of it, and now he wants it all. He also works with Auntie Paulette. She is the head of the Haitian gang. But the funny thing about this is she actually drugs Tommy, so he doesn't remember any of the massacres he committed.
This place feels familiar to me. It's a smell from childhood, a deja vu.
Now, Tommy, I'm going to whisper a little errand for you. Hear me well, aye?
You look like someone I
And these are the most brutal missions in Vice City, in my opinion. One of the missions has you flying an RC plane with bombs attached to them, and you're basically flying them into Cuban gangs and blowing up the entire gangs and all their boats and their vans and all that kind of thing. And then the final mission just has you straight up sniping Cubans from a rooftop. It's ridiculous. In the end, Tommy builds relationships with the Cubans and the Haitian gangs. Tommy continues to grow his businesses. In these, you can decide between a taxi firm, a movie studio, an ice cream company, that's a front for a drug ring. There's more businesses, but the two that actually matter to the story are the Print Works and the Malibu Club. With the capital coming in, Tommy starts coming up with a plan for some sort of heist. He wants to rob the Vice City bank, but he needs a crew. Cam is one of the best safecrackers in the business. Only problem is he's in jail, so Tommy has to bust him out. Once he's free, Cam recommends Phil Cassidy as a gunman. He joins after Tommy beats him in a shooting competition. Last, they need a driver. Phil recommends a man named Hillary King, a brilliant driver who will only work for Tommy if he can beat him in a race, which he does. They come up with a plan, they storm the bank, they get the money, Hillary dies, but they get away with the money. Tommy is now rolling in the cash. He now has full control over the drug trade, and that's exactly what Sonny wanted. But I don't think he anticipated how powerful Tommy would get. Sonny calls again and tells Tommy he's on his way to Vice City. While this happens, you buy the Print Works. You meet the owner, Ernest, who I think Tommy has a soft spot for, because Tommy's dad also used to work in Print Works, and this man is really old, so I think they have a little thing going on.
Hey, you bought the old Print Works?
Yeah, my old man used to work on these. I used to spend the evenings with him cleaning the rollers. I was gonna follow him in his trade, but I lived a different life.
Ernest tells Tommy about the counterfeit money scheme that he runs. This gets the cogs working. Okay, let's give Sonny the counterfeit cash, and then I'll keep the real cash. Sonny will go away, and I'll keep power in Vice City. But to do that, they need special printing plates. Tommy takes down the courier at the docks and steals them. Unfortunately, Sonny and the Forelli gang have arrived, and they've started taxing all of Tommy's businesses. They also beat Ernest near to death.
Tommy, some mob thugs said they'd come to take their cut. Said it was a Mr. Forello's money. Oh, I feel like crap.
Forelli? Sonny Forelli?
Yeah, that's the guy.
And let's not forget, Tommy is a psycho serial killer. While you're hunting down the taxmen, they both say, "Oh my god, it's the Harwood Butcher."
You tell Sonny, stay away!
The Harwood Butcher.
So Tommy has that reputation, and I'd say they're terrified. And Sonny knows this. He 100% fears Tommy. It was probably a massive reason why he sent him to Vice City. He just wanted him away. They go back to Tommy's mansion where they prep the cash. Sonny rocks up with about 100 men, which reinforces that he's fucking terrified of Tommy. Anyway, it turns out Lance becomes a traitor.
I trusted you, Tommy, and you disappointed me. But at least someone in your chicken shit organization knows how to do business. Isn't that right, Lance?
Sorry, Tommy, this is Vice City. This is business.
You sold us out.
It's painful, really. You know, if you had played Vice City stories first, you'd know that this was bound to happen. He tells Sonny about the counterfeit money plan. And in response, Tommy lives up to the Harwood Butcher name. And he starts killing, taking out all of the Forelli family, while also protecting his safe full of cash. He chases Lance up to the roof and kills him, and then comes back down and finishes the job by killing Sonny Forelli. Tommy reassures Ken that there will not be any more trouble up north, because there is no up north anymore. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Tommy Vercetti and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. Have a good day. Goodbye.